Hey, what's going on, guys? So we're going to be doing a deck profile on a skill drain variant of Heroes. So it's basically Heroes. It's like a super anti-meta variant with skill drain as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the deck profile. So first off, we got 3 Beast King. He's quite good with skill drain. Plus, he's overall pretty solid first when you get to summon Beast King and then set like multiple back row because your opponent will always fear skill drain. So sometimes if they don't have the back row destruction, they will kind of limit themselves on what they do as far as their plays. Next up, Cyber Dragon. We're playing one of him and one Photon Thrasher, just because if you need to go for like Blade Armor Energy, you have the option to do it with Photon Thrasher. Plus, these are both lights, so they do work well if you want to get out Shining. Plus, they work well with Honest. Next up, 3 Alias, and then 1 Stratos, 1 Honest, and 2 Thunder King. Even though Skill Drain is on the field, Thunder King can still tribute itself because its effect resolves off the field if you want to stop your opponent's special summons. But keep in mind, you cannot do that when Dimensional Fissure is on the field. So, yeah, because he has to be tributed and sent to the graveyard. But yeah, he can still be activated while Skill Drain is on the field. So a pretty darn good card, even when Skill Drain's out. Next up, we play 3 E-Call and 1 Reinforcement of the Army. So basically, it's like 16 monsters because pretty much E-Call and Reinforcement of the Army is it adds a monster anyways. Next up, we're playing Book of Moon, Dark Hole, 1 Lance. Just because it kind of works well. I mean, in the off chance that you want to like summon Stratos and then like get a search out anyways, you could do that. Plus, like if your opponent happens to activate Torrential Tribute, you could just perhaps just save your Beast King there. And if you were to have Skill Drain out, then you're pretty set to go. But yeah, I feel like Lance is just a really solid card, and it's definitely just good. Good little tech in there. And then 1 Future Fusion, because I still feel like this card is still super viable in any variant of hero decks, just because it allows you to put Alias in the graveyard quick, and then you can have access to Hero Blast. Next up, we're playing 2 Gemini Spark. I feel like 2 is pretty good. You could run 3, although I kind of wanted to run like a higher number of monsters. That way you can kind of push more aggressively a little bit faster. Because I did also drop 1 Miracle Fusion to help maybe with a little bit of consistency, because there's not as much heroes in the this one as the other hero deck that I showed off. But yeah, 2 Gemini Sparks pretty decent. There's no MSCs in here. I did put them on the bottom here, so maybe if you like some of these cards, you can decide to main deck some of these. But yeah, I felt like Gemini Spark was overall more solid than MSC, just because you get the extra draw effect as well, and you can target a lot of different things. And then we have Heavy Storm, and then 2 Miracle Fusions, Monster Reborn, and then 3 Duality, because it is kind of like a stun deck, and any deck where you're trying to like stop your opponent from doing anything, Duality is really good at any deck that likes to control the field. And then next up, we have 1 Dark Bribe, just because it does help when they try to embassy your skill drains, because keeping skill drain is kind of key in this deck, especially against certain matchups like windups. They really have limited answers to what they can actually do once you have that skill drain out. Next up, Hero Blast, Mirror Force, 2 skill drains. You could opt to run 3, but I mean, I feel like when there's 3 dualities and you have like emergency calls and then Reinforcement Army to deck them just a little bit, you have a better chance to draw skill drains anyways, and you don't want to like clog with I mean, to be honest, drawing 2 skill drains isn't bad, but I mean, if you draw 3, sometimes it is kind of problematic, because not only do you have to pay the life cost, but mostly it's just because you want to get a variety of back row to have answers to other things, and I felt like 2 is pretty solid. Next up, 1 Solemn Judgment, 2 Warnings, 1 Starlight Road, because obviously you gotta protect that skill drain. Then 1 Deprison, just to help protect maybe one of your monsters in the off chance that someone gets out something stronger while you have skill drain on the field. Like when you have Thunder King, it's unfortunate when someone just goes, okay, special summon Cyber Dragon, and then you're pretty much forced to tribute, or you just wait for them to attack, you deprison it, and it's pretty solid. And you could play 2 Torrential Tribute. I feel like Torrential Tribute is an amazing card. However, in any deck where you're trying to control the field, you want to keep your monsters alive. Deprison allows you to keep those monsters alive. Yeah, so as far as the extra deck, though, the only difference that we changed from the other hero deck that we were playing before was that we added Gaia, because you have Beast King as Earth, because before we were just playing like the masked hero variant. Pretty much like that's the only thing you're really going to need to change. Other than that, it's going to be similar to the other one. I'll just go through some of them real quick. You shouldn't be able to make Absolute Zero, but in the off chance that you use Monster Reborn and you make something, perhaps, I'm not sure what you can make, because there's nothing in the extra deck that allows you to go for water. But yeah, in the off chance that, however you are able to do it, I don't know how, but it's just there for you know, just in case. But I mean, I guess if you side deck or maybe main deck Snowman Eater, you could actually go for 0. But 2 Elemental Hero Shining, I think that 2 is definitely great in this deck because it is kind of like a light beatdown. And yeah, Honest still works while Deep Fisher's out on the field. Just a side note, because his effect activates in the hand, it's not in the graveyard, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, Honest is definitely a very good card to help keep your cards alive there. And this should be pretty standard. I don't think anything's different from the last one. Again, just the Gaia was the only change that we really made. And if you don't happen to have any of these cards, or maybe you don't like some of these cards, you can check out some of these cards that I've put below in the side deck. So, Snowman Eater, Mass Change, Super Poly, Bottomless is pretty good. Deep Prisons, Fiendish Chain, and then you probably could main deck this card. I mean, if you're playing this, you probably won't use this Goka here. So you could probably main deck that Commander Fortress Dragon. And then Chalice is pretty good. I mean, it's like a 1-turn. It's a skill drain for like 1 monster, but they do get the boost, so keep that in mind. And then 2 MSTs. But Forbidden Chalice is great with Beast King. If they go attack with, like, say you have Beast King on the field and they go special summon Cyber Dragon attack your Beast King. You wait for damage step. You activate Forbidden Chalice. Your Beast King is now at 3,400 attack, and they've already declared their attack, so they can't change their mind on that. And it's already the damage step, so very small things can be activated during the damage step. Anything that changes the attack of the monster is something that you can activate in the damage step, but that's really about it. I mean, obviously you can still Solemn Judgment the Forbidden Chalice, but yeah, so this has been the deck profile for Skill Drain Heroes. I think the deck is okay. I mean, I'm not a fan of playing you know, Skill Drain Heroes, although it does work. I mean, your only card really that I'd say is affected by it is going to be Stratos. I mean, Thunder King, they still can't summon a monster. Well, they can still summon the monster, but you can always still just tribute it because Thunder King's effect can resolve off the field as long as there's no D-Fisher out on the field. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think of this. If there's any suggestions, let me know in the comment section below, and then I'll go ahead and make some changes, and then it'll be like a version 2 of Skill Drain Heroes. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Oh, did we talk about Starlight Road? I think we did. Okay. I wasn't sure if we talked about Starlight Road. But yeah, you could actually opt to play multiple Starlight Roads in this, because this is a deck definitely where you can go summon Beast King or summon whatever and then set 4 really safe if you have multiple Starlight Roads. But Starlight Road is kind of a dead card against decks like Exactor, so just keep that in mind. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Asian Eyes White Dragon, signing out.